Pumping to crispy motherfucking cream. We're back. George Strait loves this motherfucking dude. He's fucking comical as shit, and he's actually got some pretty decent tracks. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, his...
What's happening, everybody? Yeah, we've been on a little
I forgot how to do this.
Yeah, I know. We needed a break, but we're back. Real quick, it's the whore yourself out section part of this show. Now, George, real quick, George and Jimmy are going to be doing you're going to be doing a podcast, and you're going to have Jimmy's going to be calling in a lot, right?
Yeah, because here's I'm getting rid of the Uncut G YouTube thing. It's just hard to do videos by yourself. It's better if I have somebody to play off of.
Right.
Going to get rid of my blog as well, and I'm going to push everything towards uncutsports.com, because then on uncutsports.com you'll be able to find my podcast as long as with the show's podcast, and everything else is on uncutsports.com.
Right.
And then the other thing I'm going with to see how it works out for any fan who's interested in doing the show with me, all you need is a Skype account, a decent microphone, and then I think I can take care of the rest.
George on the mic, no mistakes allowed. Yeah, y'all all can go in there. That's the cool thing that's going to be about George's podcast that actually...
we'll have to do a test run, so it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Since it's not live and I can't just dump you, I mean, this is something I'm going to have to record and bring back. It's just an idea.
Right.
And if it sucks, then I'll just work with Jimmy, because Jimmy and I work well together. In other words, I talk and Jimmy just sits there and takes the abuse.
As you guys well know, I don't know if you guys do know, actually, I have the Kevin White...
Uncutsports.com.
Uncutsports.com. So, yeah, we got games coming. We've got all kinds of articles. We got loads of writers now. So it's actually really starting to blow up. We're getting pretty excited about it. I've got a podcast, obviously, you guys. It's nothing that deals with sports. So I'm going to tell you guys, it has to do with just all the other fucked up things about life. It's called The Kevin White Show. You can find it on iTunes, obviously at kevinwhitecomedy.com. And I'm going to be pushing that out. So it's all going to be on the fucking Uncut Network pretty much. But anyway, let's stop whoring ourselves out now, because people are rolling their eyes.
And let's then...
whore out some other people.
Exactly. This is the reason why Kevin and I are still doing this, because of people like Jacob Kaminsky, who's been watching the show for over a year and asked for a birthday shout-out last year when he was turning 18. Well, guess what? Fast forward 1 year, and now he's turning 19.
Big happy 19th, brother.
And he doesn't like the fact that I fuck people's names up, so much so that he actually sent me an audio file of him saying his own name. So it's Jacob Kaminsky, and I didn't mess that up.
You're not going to play that shit?
No.
You're slipping, man.
Why?
Because I love that shit. He says it like this. The guy's voice, Jacob. I heard your audio.
Jacob Kaminsky.
It was like Jacob Kampmann.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
It sounded cool. Okay, you guys have to hear it and judge for yourself. Okay, you think George and I just make this shit up and pull it out of our ass?
Most of the time we do.
Play that shit, son. Why you slipping, son?
Kaminsky.
I love it. So, that motherfucker sounds thorough. Anyway,
he was not thrilled about me jacking his name up last year or calling him a cop.
Well, there's nothing better than having somebody else pronounce their own name on your mic. Zoris Lamont also gets a shout out. Dave Patterson also gets a shout out, and Jake Reed, aka Shrimper95, gets a shout out. Now we're going to recap.
Fried shrimp, barbecue shrimp,
Bubba shrimp,
run, ping pong, military, Jenny.
Yep. We're going to recap Ultimate Fighter 15 finale.
In other words, Kevin's going to talk to you about every fight but the last one, because that's the only one George saw. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, I was in Indiana over the weekend.
It was actually a pretty decent card, surprisingly.
For free?
Yeah, for free. You can't complain about that shit. I'm going to tell you what, the thing that freaked me out, it was a lightweight bout. And it was Justin Lawrence versus John Kofor. And let me tell you something. Lawrence kicked that mug upside his head in the last round, and it was a wrap.
For the dub.
That was a nasty... Now, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to jump right to it. He did not get knocked out of the night. The main event, Martin Kampmann, the way he disposed of Ellenberger, got knocked out of the night. This kick earned him fight of the night. I thought it was the knockout of the night, but I guess you can't win both those shits. So
you
whatever.
can. Fighters have done it in the past.
Yeah. Now, in the featherweight bout, Max Holloway defeated Pat Schilling. Another featherweight bout, Jonathan Brookins, who struggled of late. I mean, and we said this. You said it. You said, look, man, he's a lightweight. In that division, he's got to have nasty hands because his ground game was just phenomenal, but he has struggled lately, and he actually got beat at his own game. Olivier actually choked him out with the
I'm
anaconda
going to be
choke.
interested to see how long the UFC is going to hold on to that guy.
Yeah.
That being Brookins. Because Brookins is just kind of, but honestly, he's not getting better. He sat there and he said, when you win the Ultimate Fighter, don't go off and take that money and go buy anything except for put it into yourself.
Right.
Like Brookins realized, man, I need to get a better training camp. I need to eat better. I need to do this better. And I don't know how much more time you're going to have.
Right. I mean, well, and it is. I mean, obviously flags get raised when, you know, you got a nasty ground game and someone fucking puts you out with the anaconda choke. That's fucked up. Now, in the lightweight tournament final bout, the tough finale, I never remember. Michael Chicia was up against Al.
How about Al? Al works.
Al.
Mike fought Al.
I'll be damn lucky if I pronounce that shit right. Anyway, Chicia defeated Quinta via technical submission, rear naked choke. 2 minutes and 47 seconds into round one.
And let me tell you right now, you know what this means to me? Nothing.
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you what.
Any of these guys, I didn't watch one episode of the show. If the whole entire cast walked up inside this house, I'd be like, cool.
Yeah, and that's taking nothing away from these guys. But you know what?
The show's boring.
The show has got to be vanilla.
It's fucking stale.
I'm telling you, and everybody a couple years ago said Kevin's a fucking fool. I'm telling you what. Put females in that tough house and start promoting women's MMA. I'm telling you what, I bet you the ratings will go through the fucking ceiling. Now,
on to the fight I did see.
Tell them about it, George.
I tuned in time to see Jake Ellenberger really blow it, in my opinion. Ellenberger had a chance to finish Kampmann in the first round, and he just laid on him. And then Kampmann said in the second round, well, let's go ahead and end this.
I ain't having it.
Yeah, so I think the big thing that comes out of this is this puts Kampmann now on track to fight Johnny Hendricks.
Right.
Johnny Hendricks thought he would be able to just sit back and wait for Condit and GSP to fight. So you almost have like a little mini 4-man tournament kind of thing going on.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. In the welterweight division, I don't know how many times GSP has fought in the last 3 years, but that division, 3, you know, and now he's injured. I mean, that division has started to become really. You know, there were people that, I think it's actually becoming more competitive. You're seeing some decent welterweights in it now. I mean, there was a time where I sat there and go, there's nobody in that fucking division. And people are like, oh, that's a tough division. I'm like, no, that's not a tough division like the light heavyweight division or the fucking lightweight division.
They need to tell that paper champ, if you want to keep that fake belt, to fight someone. And stop waiting around for GSP. But Condit, and look, I'm not knocking Condit. Condit's doing the smart thing. Smart for him, not for me. I want to see Condit fight. I think he needs to fight to even maintain his interim status.
Who was the young guy from Canada? McDonald? Was it Roy McDonald? I would love to see him defend his belt and have a rematch against that kid. Because let me tell you something.
Roy almost beat him the first time.
Yeah, if it wasn't for those final seconds, it would have been a wrap.
But
now,
okay, and here's the other thing.
What?
GSP's playing this, in my opinion, very smart. GSP says he wants to fight this year. But then he says, the doctors say I won't fight this year. So when he doesn't fight this year, he can't sit there and blame himself. He can blame the doctors. He can say, well, you know, the doctor says I shouldn't fight.
George, you don't say it like that. Could you just do it the right way, okay?
Honestly, dude, I don't feel like it. Because I can't stand that guy. It's irritating. I understand what you're doing, and it's a great ploy, and it's going to work out great for you, but fucking Condit, you're a punk. You need to sit there and be like, look, you are a fighter. That's what you do. You don't get paid to sit on the sideline and wait for somebody to maybe come back.
When was Condit's last fight? When did he fight?
Diaz.
When was that, I mean? You can iPad that shit. Anyway, George is going to do that. Submission of the night went to the Ultimate Fighter Finale 15 winner. We're going to move on while George is looking for that to see when the last time Condit fought.
Well, I mean, how do you... All right, but let's just stay there. So now you got a 4-person tournament. You got Kampmann, who's now going to fight Hendricks. And the winner of that is going to face the Condit GSP.
Kampmann, Hendricks, Condit.
And GSP. They're waiting for Condit and GSP to win. Who do you have winning that?
Who?
Condit and GSP.
Honestly,
they're both going to be rough.
Yeah, they're going to be stale. So, there was a point in time, maybe if Condit fought, if they fought right now, obviously GSP can't fight him, but Condit was peaking. I mean, and GSP was, he's stale. These guys are stale. You're right. They don't fight. I mean, they're not fighting. They're fighting once a year and stuff like this. And now you got somebody like Johnny Hendricks looks hungry. Martin Kampmann looks hungry as of late. I mean, these guys are.
But if they're on the shelf waiting, who do you have winning versus GSP and Condit?
It depends when the fight is. If the fight,
let's say December.
Probably Condit.
Okay. And now Johnny Hendricks and Kampmann.
Hendricks.
And then Hendricks is going to face Condit.
I think Hendricks could end up being the champ.
I do too. Now, just to give you an idea of Condit's strenuous fighting schedule,
and people
since
think I'm crazy.
June 12th of 2010, how many times has Condit fought?
I don't know, George. Could you please tell me?
4.
That's not bad.
4 times in 2 years? That's bad if you're not the champ.
Oh, he's not. Yeah. Well,
he's not the champ.
When did he fight in 2010? When was the first?
He fought June. In 2010,
okay,
and then he fought October 2010. Then he didn't fight till July 2nd of 2011, and then fought February 4th of 2012. So obviously he can come back from these long layoffs and perform well, Condit. So to me, I think Condit's got a shot at beating GSP.
Right.
But I mean, he just fought this past February. So if he doesn't fight again until December, he's proved he can take a long layoff and come back and still produce.
Well, let's talk about some motherfuckers that are getting ready to fight.
Yes, sir.
The UFC on FX3 will be June 8th, live
Friday
from Fort Lauderdale.
The day before, I think, the Pac-Man finally goes down.
I know. You think so?
Yeah.
You think Timothy Bradley's going to be Desert Storm's going to beat him?
Maybe. I think Timothy Bradley right now stands the best chance. And if Pac-Man loses this fight, Floyd Mayweather is going to be pissed.
I'm going to tell you what. Do you think the only way he has no power, Timothy Bradley? He's going to have to headbutt him. Now, his head is his worst weapon. He's got 3 fists in the ring. You know that, right? 3, nigga. Not 2, 3. Okay. Now, anyway, moving back on out of boxing, we're back on into the MMA
we'll
world.
get back to that Manny Pacquiao because I've been watching the 24/7 shit, and it's
don't be fooled. Anyway, because you think he's never mind, but FX is going to be broadcasting this live. The big thing is going to be the rematch between Demetrious Johnson and Ian McCall.
Well, the
for
fight's
the
huge.
tournament.
The fighters are small, but.
Yeah, they're dinky.
Tiny.
But they're going to have a rematch of that flyweight tournament semifinal. But let's start with Scott Jurgensen versus Eddie Winland.
Short people got
no reason. Short. Scott Jurgensen is 13-5 is going to be taking on Eddie Winland. Okay. Who do you have winning this fight?
The polka dot kid.
Eddie Winland.
Nope.
What?
The polka dot kid.
I got Jurgensen, man.
That's Jurgensen. He's got the vitiligo. Isn't that Jorgensen?
Yeah.
Yeah, the polka dot kid.
Is that what he calls himself?
No, I do.
Oh, God. Here we go again. You know, George has we have one video up right now. Actually, it's the fucking Manny Pacquiao. You're just getting ripped a new asshole, but people because of your Freddie Roach comments. You know what I mean? You know, you say it the way you just don't give a shit. You say it's like George has no spam filter, people, and he has a fucking bizarre sense of humor.
Yep.
Obviously, the people who watch the show for years know that. The people who don't and just happen to find one of our videos are like, this guy's an asshole.
Some people in the past am not like my impressions of certain retired only man ever to beat John Jones besides a pole. I took him down. I made him use illegal blows to beat me because that was the only way John Jones could see to withstand my power. Anyway.
That's good for about losing 6 more subscribers.
If you're watching and you're deaf, you're reading my lips, you understood everything, you're good.
So you have Jurgensen?
Yeah, I'm going with the Dalmatian kid.
Now, hey, don't turn off on me. Oh, nigga. Mike Powell, okay?
I got the dentist in this one. I'm going with Josh Neer.
Are you?
Because that's his nickname, the dentist. That's gangster.
Mike Powell's going to be going up against Josh Neer. I'm going to go against you, and I'm going to go with Mike Powell.
That's fine. And in the next fight, I'm not picking that Pittsburgh piece of shit.
Right. Well, I'm going to tell you what. He's talking about Charlie
let me rephrase that. I don't have anything against you. I just have everything against Pittsburgh.
Right. Well, if you guys recall, he's going to be going up against Eric Silva. The last time I believe we saw Eric Silva in the octagon was when it was that controversial fucking call that Mario made, and everybody freaked the fuck out, and Eric Silva was, you know, he was like looking up at the fucking
nice to meet that guy one day.
It was I'm going to have to go. I think Vegas has Silva the slight favorite. I think because of that performance, I'm going to go with Silva.
As am I.
As am I. Over Charlie Brennan.
Pittsburgh.
But he lost his last fight, didn't he, to whatchamajig? Rick Boy.
Rick Story, wasn't it? I got no idea.
No, he beat Rick Story.
Did he?
And that's how he got.
He filled in.
He beat Rick Story, and no one expected that, and that's how he got kind of in the limelight. And then he fought whatchamajig, Anthony Rumbles Johnson, didn't he?
Oh, Snacks McGillicuddy.
Yeah, Snacks McGillicuddy.
That Bama missed weight again. He's finally going to fight at 205.
Oh, shit, weigh-ins in 2 hours, huh?
He's finally going to fight at 205.
How long did it take him to cut down? Because he's like 260 in all season now, right? I'm just saying. Anyway, now, the big fight is going to be Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson versus Ian McCall.
These are two mighty midgets.
Yeah.
And look, I'm short too, so I can talk about them. I'm only about 3 inches taller than these guys. But anyway, these
dude's got that anonymous mustache.
Yeah. Uncle Creepy is his nickname.
Let me tell you something. Now, this is what I find bizarre, George. Vegas. Who do you think? Just to be honest with me, who do you think they have as the favorite in this fight?
Demetrious Johnson. Because I think all of us, myself included, I thought Demetrious Johnson was going to and should have won the first fight.
Right.
But it ended up being a draw because Ian McCall don't take no shit. That's a tough little son of a bitch.
He's a tough motherfucker.
Yeah, I see Ian McCall finishing it this time.
Yeah.
This fight's not going the distance.
I don't know. I mean, you know, obviously Vegas is good at doing these things and stuff like this. And maybe Demetrious Johnson was just sleeping on Ian McCall. Who knows? Maybe that's how Vegas is seeing it. But based on the first fight and momentum going to McCall's way, I would have to think, and feeling like, okay, this man really took me to the brink of getting my ass kicked. I would have to go with Ian McCall in this fight.
It's gonna be a barn burner. I mean, for a Friday night, trust me, I will be around.
For a Friday night?
For a Friday night, I'll find myself in front of a TV to watch this. Because normally I got other things to do on